Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about Afnan's Turathi Blue. This has got to be one of the most underrated fragrances in my collection. And the bottle actually looks pretty cool. It's kind of like a navy, purplish, bluish color, like an indigo. And then the top is silver, but it doesn't really click on too well. So just if you get this fragrance, beware of that. It's not the best idea to pick this up by the cap because it doesn't really click on the greatest. And also the cap only clicks on a certain way because it's a certain shape. So it only goes on a certain way, kind of like Stronger With You fragrances. If you have those, you would know what I'm talking about. But yeah, the bottle looks pretty cool. It's a 3 ounce, which is 90 milliliters instead of the typical 100 milliliters. And it goes for a very low price. I think I got mine for around $25, but you can probably find it from $20 to $40. So very good price for this fragrance. So I got this because I wanted a cheap fragrance, and I saw that people said it was good and that it was underrated, and I needed like $20 more to get free shipping on an order like a couple months ago. So I just stuck this in, and man, this fragrance is really good. It has definitely become one of my favorite fragrances in my collection. I'm really glad I bought this thing, especially for the price. It's super underrated. So now I'm gonna spray it and I'm gonna tell y'all what I smell. The atomizer is pretty nice, has like a nice wide cloud. It's super citrusy, but it's not like your typical like bright citruses. It's kind of like a warm citrus, and you get that kind of orange smell. The difference between it has like grapefruit and orange, honestly. Just not like the lemon citrus that you typically get. But it's like a warmer citrus instead of one that kind of tickles your nose because it's kind of sweet. It's a warmer citrus, and it smells a little bit musky and a little bit woody in the opening, but mainly citrus. Just super strong citrus. I actually like layering this with YSL YADP or Lattafa's Fakar Black. Or really any other kind of strong, fresh blue fragrance, because this adds a really nice citrus to it. It smells super good in the opening. Definitely a lot of citrus. And then I have the dry down on my hand. The citrus kind of dials back a little bit, and it gets a lot more musky and a lot more woody, but there's still that citrus in there that you can definitely tell what type of like DNA of fragrance this is. Definitely in like the Bleu de Chanel sort of DNA. It's definitely a blue fragrance, and then more specifically into that, like a Bleu de Chanel with that citrus and a little bit of sweetness and the freshness. It smells really nice. I don't typically like musky stuff a whole lot, but this actually smells super good with that citrus in the back and the woodiness. Alright, so now I have the notes on Fragrantica pulled up for Afnan's Turathi Blue. In the top, it has citruses, and it has like a little picture of like an orange, a lemon, and a lime. I definitely smell the orange for sure, and the citrus. Definitely a ton of citrus, I can agree with that. And yeah, that's really the only top note you need. Middle note, amber and woodsy notes. Yeah, I can totally smell that. A little bit in the top and the base, actually. Definitely ambery and woody for sure. A lot of fragrances that have this sort of like fresh citrusy smell have amber on the dry down. That's just something they do to sort of help, because the citruses don't last very long typically. So that's kind of what the signature dry down of a citrusy fresh fragrance is going to smell like. And same thing with those woodsy notes. It doesn't really clarify what type of wood it's like, but it is woodsy notes. Then in the base you have musk, patchouli, and spices, which I said I definitely smelt that musk, and it's a very nice musk. I don't typically love musk, but I like the musk in this fragrance, along with patchouli and spices, which I don't smell as much. But yeah, I can get the patchouli and the spices now that I've kind of read this out, but I definitely get mostly musk and amber in the dry down and woody notes. Not as much the patchouli and the spices, because it's definitely not as kind of like fresh and clean and bright. It's more of like a warm than like a cold sort of like refreshing fragrance, if that makes sense, because a lot of blue fragrances are like a cold refreshing. This is like a warm citrus. But no, it's really nice. This note pyramid has a great description of what this fragrance actually smells like, which I really appreciate. So if you want to know what it smells like, that is an accurate representation. So the longevity on Turathi Blue is actually pretty average for me. I get around 6 to 8 hours, but I actually do layer this fragrance pretty much every time I wear it with YSL IDP, like I said earlier, and that combination lasts 8 to 10 hours, really, depending on how many sprays you do. But I'm not actually too mad about this fragrance not being beast mode. I think this fragrance actually be a really awesome beast mode fragrance, just the way that the scent is sort of structured. I think if you had this and it lasted a lot longer and it had a lot more projection, it would be really cool, but it doesn't really need it, honestly. This is also a fragrance that I'd be totally okay with spraying again throughout the day, because the opening isn't super like crazy sharp and people aren't gonna be like smelling you super duper strong for like 30 minutes before it kind of dries down. It smells really good all the way through, and it's not really gonna punch anyone in the face too hard on the opening. I recommend this mostly for the summer and spring for sure, because it's a citrusy fragrance, but you could honestly wear this in the fall and winter months because of that kind of warm citrus, and it has those woody and musky notes. You could wear this all year round for sure. It's kind of a Bulgari Tiger clone in a way. I don't know if it's officially a Bulgari Tiger clone, but it's very similar to it in the note breakdown and in the smell for sure. So yeah, you could wear this all year round if you really wanted to, especially for the price. It's a great fragrance, but definitely shines more in the summer and spring, especially if you layer it with some other strong, fresh, metallic fragrances. So do I recommend this fragrance? I recommend this fragrance for sure. The price is amazing. I recommend this to every single person, every single time of the year. You can wear this anywhere. I actually haven't worn it too much. I definitely need to get to wearing it some more. I mean, that's a pretty decent dent for how much cologne I own. But yeah, every single person, every time of year. If I was to rate this out of 10, I would give it an 8.9. Super great. Not quite a 9, but that is good enough. The price is great. You're getting so much for what you pay. Just don't pay any more than $40 really. But if you kind of find yourself in a situation like me, you need to add one more fragrance to your cart to get to that free shipping, definitely purchase this fragrance to get you there. This is a really nice fragrance. I don't think anyone's gonna dislike it unless you really don't like citruses. And I know citruses don't really last on some people's skin. I don't think they go away on my skin quickly, but they don't last too long on my skin. I think it's just average. So be careful. If you know citruses don't last on your skin, then this probably won't last very long because it's mainly citruses. And lastly, I want to talk about compliments with this fragrance. I have gotten a couple compliments actually. Every time I wear this fragrance, I have one person that always compliments me, one of my friends. He doesn't compliment any of my other fragrances, and I have also gotten compliments from other people that I don't even know with this fragrance. Well, I say compliments. I've gotten one compliment from people that I don't know with this fragrance, but that's a lot if you know about fragrances, especially because I don't wear this too much. Even though I probably should wear it more, I just have other options that I end up wearing over it. But definitely, as the school year kind of is going to start up again, I'll be wearing this at school for sure. Very mass appealing. Everyone's gonna like this. I have a couple scents that I'm not sure if people are gonna like. It's kind of risky choices, but this one is not a risky choice at all. People are definitely going to enjoy this. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, please comment them down below. I would love to fill you guys in on anything you're wondering. Thank you for all the support recently. If you liked this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.